Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. So that's got things underway. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Well, I've always been impressed with how this guy, Szoboszlai, has been able to combine physicality and the finesse he can also add to his game, Peter. He makes good use of his strength when receiving the ball in tight areas, and he has that trickery and athleticism to beat people, and a spring in his step, always a spring.
Yeah, I'd have picked him too. No doubt the fans feel much the same way. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Searching pass he's played there, and he was quick to react. Mbappe. Baresi is there, and he can get that clear.
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
That's gone all the way through to the keeper. And now a sudden chance to counter. First quarter of an hour gone. And a chance! Goal! Barcelona! Barcelona are in front. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Oh, that was beautifully done. They were ready to pounce, and they were clinical when the opportunity presented itself.
And pushed off! It's hit the crossbar. And that should get the job done. And reclaimed it in a trice. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Great vision. Baresi.
It's the sort of situation they'll want to capitalise on now.
And it's Szoboszlai. Rodri. Very nearly half an hour gone here. Ambitious ball here. Well, that pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way. It's a pretty loose pass. It's a clearance, but not much of one. Belletti, he's got away. Looking to go deep. Climbs up big! Oh, off the bar! He's missed, but not by that far.
Well, there wasn't too much wrong with his effort. He needs to get on the ball again and give it another crack. I would.
Done delicately. Poorly directed kick from the keeper. He's given it away. Oh, well played, well sorted out.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
Nicely aimed pass. Dunk calmly anticipates. Played into space. And this is Van Basten. Yamal, a player who needs no introduction. Now it's Maciej Cunha. He's picked his way through. Cleared away.
There will be 1 minute added time.
That'll be a throw-in. Yamal. Puskás. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. That looks a good ball through. Shot, surely! He scored! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
Well, they were starting...
And it's half-time here. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. Well, it's been a tight game, but one that's packed with incident and talking points. A decent watch this, and it's 1-1 at half-time. And we're already back up and running after half-time. And it's De Bruyne, out towards the flank. Tries to play it through. Hakimi is offering some sort of an apology there.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Oh, that's a fine interception. Mbappe. Can he get on the end of this? Baresi. And it's Jorginho.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
He's having a shot! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Threads one in. Dumfries. It's a good foot in there. And he's managed to gift it back. Szoboszlai is always playing with one eye on the spectacular. Nicely weighted ball. Jorginho. Puskás looking to add to his goal.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Dumfries. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. That's a little off target. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Well, that pass isn't the best.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Pass somewhat off target. A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner.
Well, a goal either way at this stage would...
Goes for a shot! Oh, what about that? Late in the day, this could well be it! They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, a little more decisiveness on the ball and that probably wouldn't have happened, but still, it was very well played. Great pressure to force the error.
Substitution in progress.
We have got changes here, from both sides in fact. Having turned the game on its head, now can they hold out?
Well, look, Peter, I feel I've got to stress that there's still time for another, so we can't be too presumptuous yet.
And he's managed to shot a goal! They've scored! And surely that does it! Perfect time, decisive strike. That is lovely, finished with amazing expertise.
Well, it's one of those, Peter, when you've got to take your hat off and just say, too good.
Big chance! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Bebeto clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. And that's it. Barcelona can look back at this result with regret. A front foot start, but they were ultimately made to pay. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. And we're underway. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make... He's having a shot! Well, now it's a race for the ball. And he's heaved it away. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. Van Basten! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Van Basten actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
And that's a simple one for the keeper. Borussia Dortmund have the chance to go the other way. Oh, that's ambitious. That is decidedly lacking.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
There's a sharp little ball here. Forlan. Shapes to shoot! Goal! Borussia Dortmund! And it's Borussia Dortmund who take the lead. As simple as you like, the outcome utterly inevitable.
And his manager couldn't look happier. That's the kind of interplay they've been working on in training, and it came off beautifully.
A 1-0 lead established.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
And the finish!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Davids producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Dumfries gets to show off his quick feet. Lovely pass, but can he get there?
That was lovely, that.
Taken back almost at once. Now he's off and running.
Barcelona are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. No, he refuses to take the bait. Oh, good steal, he just read it. And here's Messi. Now, can they get him away?
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Dumfries.
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
And he's picked it up out wide. That is lovely.
That's a modern defender's instinct.
Up he goes! Went with his head, but couldn't steer it in. And it's De Bruyne. And De Bruyne! He's got away with one there.
And this is why almost every team presses from the front these days, Peter. If you get it right, it creates more chances.
Looking for a runner. Kimmich. And there is the half-time whistle. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking.
Hello, attendees.
Well, let's
This
not
is
beat
a
about the bush,
local
Peter. It's
children's
been
announcement.
fairly flat, and the
With the
support
father
have had
boy
little to
in
cheer
green
about. So an
backpack,
awful lot of
kindly
questions
contact a nearby
have got to be
member of
asked,
staff.
and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
And we are back on the way.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Neymar gets into a good position. Looking to play him in. And that is expertly dealt with. Rodri. Saliba. And it's Hakimi. Hakimi tries making a foray down the right. Davids did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Nicely weighted ball. He is through here. Dumfries. And he welcomes it in. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. So Jim, what are you thinking?
Look, they may be one down, but they're not shying away. Time is on their side, and they're set on using it.
Kusanov. Borussia Dortmund appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Oh, nice touch. Just eases him off the ball.
Barcelona really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
There is
Substitutions
an
taking place.
irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Barcelona perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. Now it's Mbappe. He's shifting through the gears here. Great vision. And the through ball. He's got away.
That's just playing it safe and simple. I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Mbappe receives it in a good position here. Oh, well played, well played. Now it's Forlan. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Kvaratskhelia is offering some sort of an apology there.
Ah, he made it look a bit predictable.
Substitution.
Barcelona are making a change now. It's a lovely, neat pass. Now it's Rafinha. Pedri in acres of space out wide. Van Dijk with the clearance.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Looking for the run. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Played down the flank, the most accurate pass. And we're done. So in the